All right, welcome to the Town Council public hearing and special meeting on January 6, 2020. Can I get a roll call?
Holloway present.
O'Brien present.
Grossman present.
Fulmer present.
Buckles present. Let it be known that Mayor Dyes is home sick and Mr. Bennett is on, they're both on the conference call dialed in.
And I'm at home as well, sick as well.
All right, can we stand and have a moment of silence?
I'm homesick as well.
Moment of silence, Smitty. All right, ready?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just check. Basically, we're going into a public hearing for the FYI fiscal year 2021 to 2022 budget. For the FYI fiscal year
1,000, pardons.
Anybody signed up?
Nobody has signed up, and I have not received any comments in writing prior to them.
I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing.
You got a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so go ahead and I moved for the adoption of ordinance 2022-0106, approving a budget amendment and associated appropriations for fiscal year 2021, 2022 as noted, and forego the reading of the ordinance. Can I get a roll call vote?
I'll let, I have question.
Any discussion?
I have two comments. One, again, looking at what we agreed to at our previous work session on this versus here. So I have two simple comments. One, not that it's going to change anything, but which page did I tab here? We had changed some of our code of accounts from the library to Citizens of Central Park. When we have, let me find out the actual page. Okay, and we not find it. And tab these. On one of our sheets, okay, I have it here. On the capital, or special activities fund, page 21. We had listed grants, one of which was Friends of the Library for $10,000 for rock climbing wall. And we had indicated the terminology for the code of accounts should be Citizens of Central Park.
Yes.
Okay, and that also appears down at the bottom for the grant line item, Friends of the Library. It should be also Citizens Central Park, as well as changing the comments column from Friends of the Library to Citizens of Central Park. That just makes it clean to know who is going to get what monies from
Correct.
where. Okay?
Correct. We will
The other comment I had was looking at the harbor. We had acknowledged that the harbor management fee would increase. And
Yes.
we had projected in our discussion during work session a number that was going to go up, and we felt it was justified. But I see we increased it further in this particular final account with a decrease in the revenues for the harbor. So I'm not saying the numbers are wrong, I just want to make sure when we talk in the work session, we said, hey, the harbor was doing terrific, which it is. Revenues have gone up, and as a result, the management fee would also increase. This is on page 28. So if you look at the total harbor revenue now at $1,092,000, and you look at the Cape Charles Yacht Center increase of $65,000, I just want to call at the attention to see whether or not something else has changed, because I don't disagree they entitled to more money as a result of revenue going up. I just want to make sure something further hasn't changed since our work session.
Yeah. No, any change would be in direct relation to the program amounts of the contract. And unfortunately, Debbie's not here
Okay,
tonight.
it's
but-
fine.
but, yeah.
We can follow up, but I just wanted to make sure that
I
I
will-
missed something there and something was changed that required an explanation. That's
It-
all.
If I apologize. If it has changed from the work session, it does require a comment, and I don't have one for you, but I will get it for you.
Okay, fine. That's all I had.
Sorry about that.
Now I'm ready to vote.
Say that
I'm
again.
ready to
Who's
vote
ready
now.
All right. So I'm going to make a motion, or,
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we adopt ordinance 20220106, approving the budget amendment for the year 2021 and 22, as
Second.
depicted in the write-up for the
Sec-
ordinance.
Second.
Second.
go second. Any further discussion?
No.
Can I get a roll call vote?
Holloway, yes?
O'Brien, yes?
Grossman, yes?
Fulmer, yes?
Buckholz, yes.
Bennett, yes.
There you go. All right, let it be known that it passed unanimously.
Could, just to respond quickly, because Debbie's home with taking care of her family member, but she's watching, and she just texted me.
She's so good.
Thanks, Debbie.
It was a balancing issue with some final numbers, but I will make the actual counting for you and get it back to you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, town manager comments?
Just a couple real quick. Just wanted to let you know that the mayor and I did meet with our legislators. I had a meeting set up with Delegate Bloxham and Senator Lewis. Unfortunately, Senator Lewis canceled at the last minute, but Delegate Bloxham took his materials and said he would brief him on it. I think they fully understood our request, and then I got a subsequent email from Delegate Bloxham's office that they had submitted our language for drafting. So I'm hopeful that we'll get that moving. It doesn't seem to be controversial. It's just adding some language to existing code. So I think that's a good sign, and we'll need to monitor that as the session goes on. Also, although we did not advertise for it, it has been discussed in prior public meetings. So I just wanted to say it again in another public meeting, so the public isn't confused, that we had talked about doing a town hall meeting this Saturday regarding the strategic plan and community surveys. Due to a number of reasons, we're not prepared to do that this Saturday. So we are not scheduling a town hall meeting this Saturday, as has been previously discussed at other meetings. We will reschedule that as part of the work session following this meeting. And of an interesting note, that at the last meeting, you approved an agreement with Civil Wars Trails to place an interpretive sign. You gave me authority to sign an MOU. They talked about the things that we talked about there, and they actually have a property owner agreement that actually covers almost everything that we talked about with a minor change. So I asked for that minor change. But while that was going on, I got an email from Bill Neville from the Historical Society, who was looking at all this information, and he offered that the lighthouse in question was not visible from the north end of Bay Avenue, but from the south end. And he produced some pictures that showed that. So I forwarded that on to the Trail Committee for them to decide, where is the actually best place to locate this marker. So it may not be on the North Bay Avenue, it may be South Bay Avenue. So I just want to let you know that the location may change based on the actual historical determination of where it's most appropriate. And that's all I have for now.
Had you got any feedback on the Special Gazette relative to the potential sale for water, wastewater?
Just anecdotally that people liked it, thought, and we're looking forward to more information.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Very good. Mayor and council comments? Tammy?
We had exciting things happen today. I don't know if you've been on Mason Avenue, but the train tracks and permanent location were laid earlier this week, and the train was moved to its permanent location. I somehow missed that the actual train was moving today. So I was meeting with someone, and they said, yeah, how about the train moving? And I'm like, so if you know of anybody who got a video, that would be great. We do have a picture, but we have no video. So for those of you listening out there, if you have a video of the train being moved, we would love that. So we'll proceed next to the asbestos removal by Canoni, and then the next steps of the metal repair and funding and those next steps. But everything's funded thus far, so it will be, the check will be written and everything's paid for and it's in place, so it's a big step.
I got nothing, thank you.
Just to mention that we've had another accessory dwelling unit come through Planning Commission. I just wanted to let you know that our work session in 2 weeks will start addressing potential changes to the accessory dwelling unit ordinance for consideration. So I just want to bring that for awareness. That's all I have.
A couple things. One, and maybe I should have asked it during John's comments, update on the Vdot concrete sidewalk project.
Yeah, yes. The grinding project is, to my understanding, is finished. But there were some places that were left unattended to that I contacted Vdot about, and they didn't want to make it official yet because it's not official. But the reason is there are some areas that weren't best suited for grinding and are better suited for replacement. And so they're working on a second contract to bring in, just do some very selective block replacements, just where the grinding didn't work. So that's what I'm waiting to hear back from Chris on whether or not, when that's going to happen.
Okay, and despite the fact that I walk past it several times a day, I just noticed today that I think it would be a candidate for just the grinding is when you walk out of Watson's Hardware. They've got it, as you're going down the street, but if you're walking out of Watson's towards the street, there's a difference within that band that they were addressing that was missed. And I just noticed that today. Second one is, I think I'd asked earlier and nobody seemed to know about it, and then I've gotten a couple questions. I assume to keep sand from blowing onto Mason Avenue, but it does seem that all the beach accesses were either blocked with dune fencing or had sand moved into them so that they're all blocked. And I've gotten a few questions if there wasn't perhaps a way in the future for, while the effort is applauded, that there be a way to get to the beach for people who want to walk their dogs on the beach without climbing over a mountain.
I actually noticed that myself and meant to talk to John about it and didn't. Yeah, I'll address that.
And then to remind, and I think between a miscommunication last spring, it sounds like maybe it fell through the cracks. Different people thought other people were handling it, but I think we, unless I misunderstood, we've been told to expect by, say, June-ish, there'd be new signs compliant with Vdot about skateboards and bicycles on the sidewalks, and that was a constant complaint from fellow merchants on Mason this year. and the signs never materialized, so I'm hoping they will for next season.
There was something about that, and I can't recall right. I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, and just in response to Paul's question, I'd asked people as soon as it came out for some feedback on the message about the Ppea process. Again, largely positive. I think it was clear. Some of the scuttlebutt I've heard going back and forth, like on Facebook, just makes clear that while that's helpful, they're big pieces to digest, and we need to make sure we go forward with, the smaller bites, or like the fact that, frequently asked questions, which will be useful to us as talking points, because it was clear some people were just weighing in, commenting on the message without apparently having read it. So I think different media is effective for different people, so we just need to make sure we go with all the options. And that is it.
All right, I have nothing. Mr. Bennett, do you have anything?
No, sir, I don't have anything.
All right. Mayor Dyes?
No, I just want to thank staff, Deb, John, everybody on this budget amendment. Really, really good job. Very well put together. Thank you all.
All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second.